You don't need to try harder, Sagittarius. You just want to get into alignment. That's what Spirit said as soon as I tuned into your energy today. We're going to talk about it. Hi, I'm Madeline. Very happy to have you here. So, what does Spirit mean by that? They're like, you don't need better technology. You don't need to figure out the best strategy. You want to be in alignment, as in, I say yes when I mean yes. I say no when I mean no. If I need a minute or a day or a week to think about it, I say that. I do what I feel, and I feel what I do. And if sometimes when you feel what you do and it don't feel good, then you're not in alignment. You know what I'm talking about? This isn't about being a good or a bad person. I'm not trying to, this isn't like my morals don't fucking matter here. Yours do. What's in alignment for you? What feels good and flowing and like I'm not looking over my metaphorical shoulder being like, ugh, ooh, I don't know about that thing I just did or said or whatever. So there is something that you want to do and have, something you want to reach. And Spirit is like, get into alignment. You know, all those better strategies or technology or blah, 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 all that other stuff, you may indeed find that that is part of your journey, but you'd be making a mistake if you went to go get that external shit before you got into alignment. Because when you get into alignment, you'll come across the things that you need. Okay? Okay. Let's pull some cards for the month of July. We're going to pull a persona card to see who you are, how you're showing up, what kind of qualities that Spirit wants you to be aware of that you're embodying and will serve you to embody this month. We're going to take a look at the past as a point of reference as it pertains to your present and your unfolding future, the climate around you, the guidance Spirit wants to give you, and the key to this whole thing. So thank you, Spirit, for being here for Sagittarius, Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Moon, Sagittarius Rising and Dominant People. Thank you, Spirit. Want to tune in for Sagittarius. What kind of themes and dynamics are showing up for Sagittarius in the month of July? What do they need to know for their highest good, Spirit, in the month of July? What's popping up around or within Sagittarius that you want to point out to them for their highest good? And Spirit, what kind of climate are they working with? We want to help them step into the present and future that are most abundant, fulfilling, loving, peaceful, easeful, etc. What do you want to share with your Sagittarian people to help them do that? What do they need to know for their highest good? Let's see. Perfect. And I'll pop your cards right up here in just a sec. Sagittarius in the month of July. Wow. That makes sense to me. Yes. Oh my goodness. Okay. It's not about better strategies. Really isn't. Okay, Sag. So, you got a lot on your mind, huh? You're coming through as the King of Cups. Love to see it. Mastery of emotions. Some of you are healers, therapists, psychologists, counselors, social workers. The kind of vibe where it's people who can go there. Who can go there with other people and people feel safe with them. They feel like, yes, I actually believe that you can navigate these dark or murky waters with me. So I want to honor those of you that are doing that type of work. And even if you're not in that like field, it's like you may represent that for your friends, for your family, that person that people feel like I can trust this person and I can be vulnerable around this person. This is a safe person who is not going to cut me down or make fun of me or invalidate what I'm feeling. Really love that energy, Sagittarius. And especially love that energy when we're dealing with the Eight of Cups and the freaking 9 and 10 of Swords. Oh my goodness, Sagittarius. You are ready to put some things behind you. Eight of Cups sitting in the recent past. Having come to the conclusion that this thing that used to work for me, or at least I enjoyed for a long time, is not nourishing me. It's like when you love to go out for a drink because that makes you feel good, and then you've overindulged to the point where you come home, had a horrible day at work, you go to take a drink, and it makes you feel worse instead of better. Or you've been single and looking, and you don't want to be lonely, so you get into this situationship thing, and eventually even things within that situationship get to the point where you come home from having had another tryst or whatever, and it's like, damn, I feel lonelier sitting next to that person or being involved with that person than I do when I'm just by myself. That's Eight of Cups vibes, where it's like, this really isn't good for me anymore. Maybe it used to be, and that makes it more complex and more difficult to leave something like that behind, right? Even like habits and things where it's like, but this used to make me feel good and now it gives me anxiety attacks. I'm hearing that for some of y'all. So there might be different substances that it's like, wait, no, I love this, but fuck, I can't have it anymore. Or this person, I love them, but fuck, I can't do this anymore. It's that kind of vibe, and there's no mincing words. It's difficult. It's melancholy. Let's jump to the climate and energy around you. Death. Doors shutting on things. Are you shutting those doors, or are other people? Could be both. But some things are coming to an end, and there's no question about it. I mean, key position, Ten of Swords. The key is, what can you acknowledge that, like, I've done everything I can? That's what I'm hearing. The Ten of Swords is, I've pleaded, I've debated, I've coerced, I've cajoled, I've, like, all the things. I've done every single thing that I can, and now all that's left to do is walk away. I'm tapping out. That's what Spirit is saying, like, tap, tap, I'm tapping out. Let's jump to the present. Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords usually leads to a Ten of Swords kind of declaration or realization. Nine of Swords, feeling trapped. This kind of also alludes to what Spirit was saying about some of you. It's like this thing has led to like depression or anxiety attacks. Doing too much drinking or smoking or hanging out with this person has led to depression or anxiety attacks, or etc. You know, this isn't a common at all for Sagittarians, but Spirit is also using the word agoraphobia. So someone who is maybe really afraid to leave the house, or it's extremely difficult to go out into the outside world. And I just want to send love to every single one of you that resonate with any of this, that are having a difficult time or are having to break yourself of a habit that will keep you stagnant if you continue to indulge. And that's just what I'm hearing. I'm not too worried about it. Between this Death card, this Ten of Swords card, and the beautiful card sitting in your future, I think that most of you will heed your own messages. It's not even about like you're going to heed this reading. It's like you're feeling this inside of you that like, I think I'm fucking done. I actually think that I used to make my whole world about what I could fit into these 8 finite cups. And I'm realizing that there's a whole water source, something fresh and healthy and wholesome and good for me out there. I may not know where it is or how I'm going to find it, but I know it's out there. It's that feeling. And it's walking away on faith, which is hard. You know, it's real easy to swing from one vine to the next. It's real hard to let go of a vine when you're like, I don't know if there's going to be another one, but this one's fucking toxic. And you just kind of take a leap of faith. Nine of Swords. Spirit is even saying some of you may have taken that leap of faith and you might be wondering if you fucked up and made a mistake. And I just want to tell you, you didn't. It's okay. And it's even okay if you go back. You know what I mean? Like, in a very real way, Spirit has told me many times, there are no wrong choices because we make the choice that has the medicine that we need. We can be like, I'm done with that ex, and really, really like, yeah, I'm really done with that ex, and we move on with our life and we get the medicine of that. Or we can break up with somebody and then be like, oh, I thought I was done, but I'm really scared and I'm like afraid that actually I've ruined everything and I better run back. And you run back and you get with them and then it's like, oh, fuck. Damn. That's the medicine you needed. That's okay. Nothing wrong with that. So please don't blame, shame, judge yourself. All of those things keep us in the Nine of Swords trap longer than we need to be. And I just want to point out to you, in this version of the card, if you look at the foreground, there is a key lying in front of this person, and just behind them there is a trap door with a lock. So we have the key It's available. If this person can get their head out of their hands or get themselves out of their head long enough to notice that, like, oh, there's a trap door here. I can get out. I'm not stuck here. There's a trap door and there's a key. So you have the capability, and I want to tell you, any of you that have walked away and you're worried, or you're in, like, what Spirit is literally like saying, withdrawals. And that's a thing that happens from drugs. That's a thing that happens from breakups. Like, oh no, I wanted to get off the drug, but now everything in my body is freaking out and telling me we got to call them. We got to call them. You got to fucking get them back. No, fuck this. This is terrible. What's going to happen to us? Breathe. And if you need to go have one more fucking drink to know that, like, oh, yep, I need to go, then that's okay. And we're not going to blame, shame, judge ourselves, because we don't fucking do that here. Do that somewhere else. You're not going to do that with me, okay? Okay. Love ya. Sitting in the guidance position. The Hierophant. You are coming through as the King of Cups, and then you have this other mentor, teacher, even semi-religious figure that is a counselor type of person. Very mentor, mentee kind of energy. Is that you, Sagittarius, or I would ask, is the energy reversed, and it's saying to you, hey, you, even you, who is a King of Cups, could sometimes use a point of view that is separate. Somebody who comes from maybe a different discipline. You know what I'm talking about? I feel like you could benefit from studying with someone, learning from someone. That could look like, you know, talking to a priest or a mentor or a coach or a reader or whatever. Or that could look like, I've heard there's a really good system for healing my inner child. I'm going to buy that book and I'm going to do that system. That is also like choosing a guru or a system and following the steps, the hierarchy, right? But I would say you could definitely benefit from not locking yourself in to your own head and feeling like, oh, I have to figure all of this out by myself. Even as powerful, as smart, as dialed in, as intuitive, as emotionally genius as you are, we all could use some help, because we all, around certain things, get stuck in our own heads and trapped, right? So if you need that, if you happen to be one of those Sagittarians, it's like, I'm feeling a little trapped, it would be a great time to engage another human being, or again, another system. If you don't want to engage with a human being, like, I'll buy that book or listen to it on Audible or whatever the fuck, and I'm going to, like, learn about my inner child or addiction or toxic breakups or whatever, okay? Okay. Sitting in the position representing your hopes and fears, a breakthrough. Seven of Wands. It's sitting across from this Knight of Swords, and isn't it quite opposite energy? Being frozen and in the doldrums, and then look at their hair. This could even be the same person who has now released themselves from the trap and is like, nah, I have what it takes. I can absolutely take this on and get what it is that I want, so that I can step into this more verdant, fertile future. Spirit is showing me you stepping through a gate. And they're saying there's no turning back, and that's a positive thing. It's like, if you really take this advice that they're giving, like, hey, whatever this is that you might be stuck in your own head and that you need to put an end to because it's exhausting, it's draining you. That's what I'm hearing. So if you don't know what this thing is, it's like, what is it that's draining the life and the joy out of you? And are you willing to not even, I won't even say like quit it. That'd be great. And you might not be ready for that, but you might be ready to start talking to somebody about the fact that you might be getting ready to think about letting it go. You know what I'm talking about? The future is beautiful, and it is full of potential. The current position where you are, it may not look like there's a lot to look forward to. The devil is a lie. It is just asking you to close the door on something that is keeping you trapped, and to throw away the key and walk away. You're on the verge of a breakthrough if you are willing to do what you need to do to be able to let this go with love. That's how Spirit is putting it. You know what this is, Sag? I'm very, very curious. These are not typical Sagittarian cards, so I'm very curious about what you're going through. Share if you would like to, questions, comments, stories, etc. Like if you liked it, dislike if you didn't. I will take that. Subscribe if you vibe. And if I don't see you before then, Sag, then I hope I will see you in your mid-month reading. Till then, take care, Sag. Bye.